I'm Beth Jacobson, and I'm here with
Pam Lathrop.
and we're here filming. We're here at the Lagoon filming the May show of Beloit Today. On today's show, I'm going to interview Chris Walsh. She's our director of operations and public works, and she's going to tell us about an award that she recently won and about Public Works Week. Then I will interview Mike Flesh down on State Street, and he's going to give us an update on some of the construction projects going on this summer. Pam, who are you going to interview today?
I'm interviewing Spencer Wade, who is the recreation supervisor. He's going to be telling us about some of the cool activities that we have going on for recreation opportunities in the city this summer. Then I'm going over to the library, and we're going to talk to Jenny Schomber, and we're talking about reading programs, children's programs that the library has going on. So there should be no bored children this summer.
Well, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of construction and certainly a lot of things going on this summer, so I hope you enjoy our show. Hi, I'm here with Christine Walsh, the Director of Operations and Public Works, and we're going to talk about pretty much everything that Public Works covers, but Chris is going to talk about specifically what operations does, and we're going to talk about Public Works Week, which is coming up. Christine, can you tell us what operations covers in the city of Beloit?
I'd be happy to, Beth. Actually, operations, and I'm prejudiced about this, but I say it's the heartbeat of the city, because what we do is snow and ice control, all street maintenance projects, recycling, trash, traffic safety, terrace trees, fleet, and stores. So it's like a little bit of everything, kind of the hodgepodge.
And is this Chris's staff that you'll see on the streets, plowing our streets, and also notifying us when there's about to be snow, when you see the beet juice on the streets. So you guys, seems like you do everything out here. It's the guys that you normally see. And can you tell us a little bit about snow and ice removal? I know we've won a couple national awards.
Yes, in 2009, the city of Beloit actually won the North American Snow and Ice Excellence Award. And we were judged against other communities in North America, and we won it. And we have transformed what we do with snow and ice to just about be an art. It's quite technical. Every storm is treated a little bit different, and we are a model city for other cities across the United States. And in fact, we have provided training for over 1,000 people from after winning this award. And part of the award was that you are a model city, and you can demonstrate to others how you went from past operations to current operations.
And speaking of awards, Chris's staff obviously won this award, and Chris recently was nominated by the state of Wisconsin, her peers among the state of Wisconsin, for a national award. If you could just speak, I know it's uncomfortable, if you could speak about yourself just briefly. Can you tell us the name of the award, a little bit about who nominated you, and then what this award means to you?
Well, it is a very humbling experience, let's put it that way. The Wisconsin chapter of the American Public Works Association actually nominated me for the 2011 American Public Works Top 10 Leader in the Country awards. So there were 10 individuals that were chosen. There has only ever been 400 so far. And the award is based on my past 18 years accomplishments with the city of Beloit, with the state of Wisconsin, and with the National Association. So I think it was threefold how I actually won it, and it just feels really, really good to win it. Some of the things that have been accomplished, I guess I could go back to '93 when the city first started recycling. We actually developed a the first private-public partnership ever with Beloit Box Board, who gets our paper. And at that time, I actually chaired Governor Thompson's Market Development Board. And it was a time when Wisconsin was struggling to develop markets. So that was really exciting for the city and for the state to be able to do that for them. And most recently, on a federal level, I actually was invited to the White House and this past year to speak with President Obama's senior staff about national preparedness policy, and how public works would play a role now and in the future with emergency management. And actually, the doctrine was just published May 3rd. So I'm really anxious to take a look at that.
Well, thank you, Chris. We're very lucky to have her here on staff, and certainly it sounds so exciting to hear that you're at the White House speaking nationally. The kickoff to Public Works Week was actually giving these awards out to the top 10 this year, and now the kickoff was, so now it's Public Works Week. Can you tell us about what we have going on? And I think we have an open house coming up so that our residents can come to the open house and see what we do.
Yes, Public Works Week actually is a celebration for tens of thousands of public works professionals all over North America. And it's a time when Public Works can showcase what they do, because traditionally we're pretty quiet about what we do. We just go about it very, very quietly. But in the city of Beloit, we are actually having an open house right here at this facility out on Springbrook. And it will actually be outside in the road, weather permitting, and that will be May 23rd. It's a Saturday, and there are lots of kids events. So hopefully parents will come out and people will come out and see what we do, and hopefully learn a little bit more about us and how actually the city functions. And the actual National Public Works Week is going on the entire week, but we just selected one day to kind of showcase what we do.
Well, thank you. We look forward to having everyone come to the open house here, and you can meet Chris in person and her staff, and we're lucky to have you on staff. So congratulations for the award, and thank you. Hi, I'm here with City Engineer Mike Flesch, and we're going to talk about construction projects in the city of Beloit that will be going on this spring and summer. As you can probably see behind us, we're here on State Street. We're actually standing on the new street, and Mike's going to give us a little update on the project. Mike, can you tell us what the progress is right now and when it will be complete?
Very good. Yes, Beth. The project is on schedule. So it should be done by June 2nd, which is the first weekend of the farmers market as planned.
Well, I mean, I wish I could show you guys what this looks like. It looks fantastic at this point. Can you tell us a little bit? There's been some concern about how long will they last? Are they going to, with the salt that we sometimes use, will that affect it? But from what I understand from Public Works, it's been designed for this. Brick pavers has come a long ways since they were initially installed 100 years ago, right?
Well, actually, we're using the same style of brick pavers that was used 100 years ago. We specifically went for those. The concrete bricks tend to fade and don't keep their appearance as nice. And so we're with the full clay paver made in Virginia. I think it's Virginia. Out east anyway. And we designed it to current design standards, and we've installed appropriate drainage for it so that they're not sitting in a bathtub. They aren't going to have wet feet, so when it does freeze, the bottoms won't split off. It should be another 60, 70, 80, 90 years of very decent roadway surface.
Well, fantastic. I mean, it looks fantastic at this point. Can you tell us about a couple of the other construction projects we have going on? I think there's some streets that are under construction currently, and then there'll be a couple resurfacing projects going on. Is that correct?
Indeed, we have a lot going on this summer. Let me refer to my list. As we're downtown, the riprap along the east bank of the Rock River was going on throughout the winter, and this spring we still have to finish up the landscaping and the replacement of the concrete bike path. Hopefully that should all be done by the time you guys are seeing this too and are out enjoying that in the warm weather too. We have a culvert on Town Hall Road just north of East Collie Road that's being replaced, and that project will be done probably by the middle of July. It'll make that roadway much safer in that area. We also have Sherland Avenue and and Park Street, which are going to be rebuilt. Park Street is the block between Broad and Grand, and it'll include the Grand Avenue intersection. So Grand Avenue intersection at Park Street will be closed. Watch for the press releases on that one for the timing of that. Sherland Avenue will be rebuilt from State Street over to the new transfer center site, and again that'll be taking place probably mid-June to early July begin also. So watch for the papers for the press releases for that closure also. We have street resurfacing that'll be happening, and that normally starts in July. The list of streets is being finalized as we speak, so watch the website for that. For the list of streets, they're basically residential streets that'll be redone. We also have Bushnell, Prospect, and College that are going to be worked on, and that should start here in early June if things work right. Watch for the closures on that. We want to wait till the college is gone in mid-May so we didn't disrupt them. So early June, you should be starting to see the work about the time this airs.
Well, we have a lot of things going on in this city. I know that Public Works is always telling our residents to look for signs, be very careful. We always want our construction workers to be safe while they're working on our roads. So look for signs, and also look for our website. I know that Mike sends us construction updates once a week that can notify the residents. It's published on our website, and you can see sort of the status of where things are. So if you live near a street or you're impacted by construction, you can always look to see where it is so that you have a better idea of where they are on the project. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about?
Sure. One more thing. We didn't talk about our water utility project. We have a real big project going on the north side of the city at the Weiser Booster Station. That's a brand new booster station by Well 11 and a new Well 14 that was drilled during the winter. So we're building a new pump station to fill that new reservoir that's being constructed. That'll be completed, the reservoir, by mid to late July, and then the booster station that is designed to pump the water into the reservoir and treat the water. We add chlorine and a little bit of fluoride to our water. Is going to be done by the end of the year, and it's been designed for efficiencies to be pumped at night to fill 2.5 million gallons of water at night and then be drained during the day so we can use the cheaper electric rates at night. So a lot of neat things are happening, and it's going to really bolster it. So that's the last of it for now.
Well, I always appreciate Mike coming to tell us what's going on in the city. And if you are curious to know when these projects are going to roll out, you can always check the City Council agendas as they're bid out, and you'll see when the bid is awarded. And from what Mike tells me, it's about a month later that the project starts. So if you're curious about the beginning of a project, you can watch the agenda. And if you're curious about the end, you can look for the construction updates. So thanks again, Mike. As always, it's a pleasure. And we hope that you drive safe.
It's a gorgeous day at the Beloit Riverside Park Lagoon, and I'm here with Spencer Waite, who is going to start talking to us a little bit about all the activities that we have going on this summer. Hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. Who could be better? The sun is shining finally.
Perfect. It's been a while. And like Pam said, we have a lot of exciting things that are going to take place here in the next month going into June. First thing that we'd like to talk about is our paddle boat operation down at the Harry Moore Pavilion, the lower level. Our paddle boats open up on weekends only in May, starting May 1st, and run through the end of May from noon to 7, and then we open up 7 days a week starting the first part of June and run noon to 8. And so we're excited about that, and that's kind of our kickoff to spring.
That sounds fun, and I see the paddle boats are in the water, so it feels like it's almost summer.
And we got the ice cream ordered, so we're ready for the heat to be here and get some community members out in the paddle boats and come out on the lagoon if they haven't been out for a while and try it out. It's a good exercise, recreational event for people to participate in.
Now, if someone wants to rent a paddle boat, they can just come right down here to the lower level of the Harry Moore Pavilion, and it will be open. And what else can they rent down there?
We have tandem bikes as well, and we are actually working on getting some individual bikes that people can rent and stroll around in our beautiful Riverside Park, our new trail system that we have, and so that'll be a new amenity to the lagoon system. But the biggest thing, with the paddle boats is we have 2-person and 4-person, and then we also have individual kayaks too. So, if you're just looking to come out by yourself, we have the kayaks that we can help you out with. Otherwise, if you have a group of people, we can accommodate up to 4 people in one boat.
And we want to remind people, of course, about the canoe and kayak launch, which is over near the Chester Square parking lot downtown.
Yep, that's new within the last couple of years, and getting a lot of nice comments of how to get into the river and access on there. And I believe Visit Beloit has a really nice trail guide that people can look at and find their waypoints and things like that and help navigate the river for the people that haven't been out on the river system yet.
Well, I know Spencer is holding a sheaf of papers, and it is a lot of information about all the activities that are available in Beloit during the summer. You want to start talking about those?
Yep. Our summer brochure, which we put a lot of work into the last month and a half getting ready. The citizens here in Beloit will find it inserted in the shopping news on Sunday, May 1. And not only do we insert it in the shopping news, but we deliver it to the Colac Center, and they distribute it through the schools for all the kids to make sure they receive it at home, and then also in their backpacks as well. And we have a lot of exciting programs that are planned for this summer. Majority of the programs start in June and run all the way through August. We have our Big Hill Adventure Camp, our playground program, camps that start June 13th and run through August 12th, I believe it is. And then another big portion of our programming is the Kruger Municipal Swimming Pool, which this year will be opening up Thursday, June 9th, right after the kids get out of school. And so we're in the process of getting that facility opened up and ready to go for the summer.
I'm sure it takes a lot to clean that pool. It's a big pool.
It is a big pool, and we're going to start washing it here in the next week and get it all nice and clean, and so everybody can come out and enjoy the nice clear water and float on a tube and play under the mushroom and things like that.
Sounds great. It sounds like warm weather's coming. But I know you want to talk about the triathlon event that's going to be at the pool this year.
Yeah, we're really excited about this. We're working with a lot of community agencies to assist us with getting this off the ground. Years back, they used to have a triathlon that was focused out of the Kruger Park area, and so this year the city and the school district and a few other sponsors from around the community are working hard at getting a triathlon back here in Beloit, and we're hoping to bring in over 150 participants this year, and so far we got them from Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa, and Beloit.
Now, I believe the date for that is June 26th.
Yep, Sunday, June 26th, and our entry deadline is June 10th. So for people that are looking to get out and enjoy that type of fitness, I encourage you to either find us on the City of Beloit webpage, or you can search us at Facebook under the Leisure Services, or you can go online at www.active.com to register.
Great, that sounds great. And we just have a little bit of time left, but we wanted to talk quickly about the Steve Gregg Bike Path Dedication Program that we're having in June also.
Yeah, June 11th, I believe it is. We're going to start down at the transit site, the new site down there, and there's going to be a little bike ride up to the promenade here in Riverside Park and do a dedication for Steve Gregg. And then we'll continue on with another bike portion of it that'll go throughout the new bike trail that the City of Beloit has put in within the last year or so.
Which does go over to the west side and the east side of the city.
Yeah, over by Kruger Park, and then wraps its way back around to Riverside and down to the City Hall area.
It's a nice little ride. What else? Anything else quickly that you'd like to tell us about? Or how about your phone number? Our
phone number is 364-2890. And you can talk to anybody that'll answer the phone there. Everybody has all the information, and I encourage people to check us out on the website and look for the summer brochure, because there's a lot of fun things happening this summer.
One more quick question. Can we still rent picnic kits?
Yep, we sure can. We have those at our office, and for all those graduation parties coming up, reserve your shelters and park pavilions, because they are going fast, but we do have a multitude of those available as well.
Yes, do get out and enjoy the parks this summer and this spring. Spencer and his staff are standing by. They're waiting to answer your phone calls and reserve your shelters, your picnic kits, your bikes. Come down to the lagoon. Have a great time.
That's right. We'll have everything covered for you.
Thanks. I'm at the Beloit Public Library. Shh, be very, very quiet. I'm with Jessamine And I'm with Jenny, so I think it's okay to talk since I'm with two of the librarians. Is that okay?
It is.
All right.
Very much okay.
We have a lot of things to talk about in a very short amount of time, but they have so many programs scheduled for the summer that we'd like to tell everybody about them. Jessamyn's going to start out by talking about the Big Read program.
We have the Big Read coming up, and our book discussion is going to be May 25th at 7 p.m., and we're discussing the great tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe. And that's open to anyone, and it will be here in our meeting room that night.
And you can come to the library and get one of the books, right?
Yes, we do have free copies available for anyone that would like one.
A free copy of a book?
Free copies.
All right. And Jessamyn is going to go right into talking about the teen activities, right?
Mm-hmm. This summer for Summer Library Club, we have programming for our teens, 12 to 18-year-olds. We have the normal reading program where every 2 weeks we have a drawing, and we have 3 iPod shuffles to give away. We also have Tuesday movie and pizza nights for teens. We'll be showing 3 different movies. We have game nights and game days where we'll be playing PS2s, and I think we may even get our hands on a Wii to play. And we also have Wiki Wednesdays where there will be different technology talked about, and you can come and learn about smartphones and Photoshop and things like that. We will also have Harry Potter showing of Deathly Hallows, the first part, and that will be open to all tweens and teens.
When do you start planning all these events?
Planning starts long before it comes, and then we make sure that we have everything set up usually by mid-spring, so that way we can start June 11th for the kickoff.
Sounds wonderful. And the pizza night, is that free? Is there a charge for that?
There is no charge for any of our programs. All of it is free.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And now Jenny has a lot to talk about too. Jenny is wearing a T-shirt which is representative of the children's area of the library.
The children's program, the Children's Summer Library Club theme is One World, Many Stories. So it's a very multicultural theme that we're doing this summer. We're really excited about that. As Jessamyn mentioned, our kickoff is June 11th. We'll have a program in the children's area from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then beyond that, we have programs just about every day of the week through the summer, through August 6th. So you can come in on Tuesdays to hear Tales and Treats, our Tales and Treats program. We have story time Wednesday mornings. We have tween programs Wednesday afternoons. We have arts and crafts on Fridays. And then we also have our family fun days on Thursdays, and that's where we bring in some bigger performers. So this year we have somebody who's coming in and he'll be showing us animals from around the world. So I'm really excited about that one. Kids usually get really excited whenever we bring animals and critters into the library. And then we also have a bilingual storyteller, an Oneida Indian storyteller, and a musical group. It's a Celtic group, and their name is Ohm, and we've actually had them here before.
I remember Ohm was here last year.
They were wonderful. That was more of an adult program. This will be geared definitely more towards the children. But then we also do have our reading program as well, where you can read for the whole summer, and as long as you read at least 15 books, you get your name put in for a drawing that we have at the end of the summer. But even along the way, for every 5 books you read, you get some prizes along the way, kind of a nice little incentive for the kids to keep them reading.
You have incentives for the adults to stay reading too, right?
Yes, we do.
Back to Jessamyn.
We have an adult reading program as well that continues during the same time frame, and we are giving away an e-reader this summer.
Oh, wow.
So one lucky winner participant will receive an e-reader.
And we talked to Christy a couple shows ago about the e-reader and how the library is helping people put stories on their e-reader or books on their e-readers.
Yep. Any of us at any of the service desks can help patrons put the Overdrive books onto their e-readers, and we'll show you how they work.
Great. And I see you have a brochure here. So are these going to be distributed?
Yes, they will be coming out shortly, and they will be here at the library. They'll be at various places around town, too.
Well, if anyone wants information on any of these programs, they can certainly stop in the library, but who could they call?
They can call the children's desk at 364-2915. They can also call the adult desk at 364-2905.
Well, thank you, Jenny and Jessamyn. There's so much going on, it's hard to cover it all. But I think we did a pretty good job, and please stop in the library this summer. Hi, I'm Kathleen Bratz with the Downtown Beloit Association, and we're standing here in First National Bank Plaza, which is going to be the site of our 15-week concert series, Fridays in the Park, which is going to start May 27th. So every Friday through the summer, you can come down 11:30 to 1:30 and have lunch at $6 with a drink and listen to live music. We have about a dozen downtown restaurants that are independent restaurants. Quite a few of them are going to be coming down and serving lunch. So we're just so excited to share downtown with you on a Friday afternoon. And we're standing here. You can kind of hear a lot of noise in the background. We're standing at the State Street Reconstruction Project, where they are reconstructing the 300 block of State Street and the intersection of East Grand and State. Those of you know downtown, this is the heart of our downtown, and we're really excited to see this completed on time, about the 1st of June, just in time for our first farmers market on the street, which will be June 4th. And the streets are paved with brick. It's going to be a very special place that's honored in the construction. There's a second phase that we're looking forward to right behind us, just north of Bushel and Peck's, and we'll look forward to talking to you about that more coming up in the couple of months. But all through May, you could come down every Saturday in that parking lot just north of Bushel and Peck's for our preseason market sale every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we'll have, you'll find morel mushrooms, early greens, and some crafts, some bakery goods. We've actually been seeing our preseason sale grow and grow, so we know that the diversity of products is just going to get even better and better. So remember June 4th, though, our first farmers market on the street. That's every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it takes up the entire block of the 300 block of State Street, the 400 block of East Grand, and the parking lot we just talked about. We're so pleased with our farmers market. It's really grown. Those of you that come down know this. It's a very social event. There's so much going on. There's so much wonderful products for sale, locally grown, organic, lots of diversity of meats and cheeses and bakery goods, and fine artisans come down with their crafts and wares, and it's just a very special local movement that we get to celebrate every Saturday morning. So if you haven't been, be sure to come on down. And I want to make sure to make mention of Art Walk, too, which is coming up May 20th and 21st. I'm sort of jumping around in May, but May 20th is a Friday. So from 5 to 9 on Friday night, you're going to go door to door in downtown Beloit, about 30 locations, over 100 artists being hosted by those 30 venues. There's live music, there's arts of all kinds, two-dimensional and three-dimensional artwork, and everything's for sale, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of entertainment, and then Saturday from 10 to 2 p.m. on the 21st. So there's so much going on in May. The road construction project, I want to remind everyone, the businesses are open in this entire area. They've got specials going on. They're driving a lot of fun in their stores and in the restaurants. So please come down and spend time with these great businesses, and they would love to see you. So thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in May.
Well, that wraps up the May edition of the Beloit Today show. Pam and I certainly learned a lot about the things that are going on in the city. We're excited now that it seems like the weather has turned. We have to start making plans for the weekends. And Pam, what will you be planning to participate in this summer?
Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. I guess there shouldn't be any bored adults either. I referenced children, but no one should be bored this summer. There's a lot to do. The farmers market preseason is going to be starting, and I can't wait to get out there and get my plants and get some morels. I guess the mushrooms will be out, and we'll just have a lot of good fun.
Yes, and we, as always, we encourage residents that are interested in participating in something. If you need more information, feel free to. You can always call either the city manager's office or Parks and Leisure Services. The library has a lot of things going on too. So if you just call them, our staff is ready and willing to give you information, and we look forward to seeing you out this summer.